Umiete korotoshemia taratomotadid. Yela protomoete, kiela protomota, shamiata korotomiate, yamotashia. Hello, everyone. I am Gideon of the Great Central Sun, here in service to each and every one of you. It is a time of transition. It is a time of introspection, reflection. It is a time for heart. Do you notice what is happening in this moment? This one is correct. Do not move into fear. Do not move into trepidation. Don't act like everything is going to fall apart, because it's not. You are fine. What is occurring in this moment has been planned for some time. There is a change that is happening and occurring that has been required in order for this project to fully move forward. In this moment, I cannot sit here and tell you that the outcome is assured and written in stone. There are still choices to be made. All I can speak about is what you term potential. And the greatest potential is that everything is going to happen right on schedule, in the manner, the way it is meant to happen. But today, I want you to start thinking about something a little differently. And it has to do with vision. And that is our topic of today, is vision. What is vision? Is it simply holding something up and looking at it and going, this is a glass case, these are sunglasses, these are sunglasses in a glass case? Is it that simple? Or is there something else? So you look at the current situation that is before you. So let me tell you what I see. Quarantine. What is the main word that one gets around the word quarantine? The one word that comes to mind, the one word that gets thrown into the middle of that concept called quarantine is protection. Who is being protected? Is it the person who is being quarantined? Or is it the person being quarantined from? Or is it both? Now you look around this world. Country after country after country is in what you term lockdown, quarantined, self-isolation, social distancing. So with this happening, what occurs? What happens? You are being asked to go within, to connect in the heart. This one talks about the 5 keys of spirituality. He's gone over them with you many times. Trust and faith in yourself, trust in spirit, following your heart and guidance, following your intuition, discernment. You know the 5 keys of spirituality. But did you know that the keys of spirituality is actually 5 by 1? Now, what does 5 by 1 keys of spirituality actually mean? You have the 5 keys of spirituality, which have been explained to you. But in truth, there's only one key. And in this quarantine, which is to protect you, it is your opportunity to release, to forgive, to connect. But what are you being asked to connect with? You're being asked to connect with the one key. This one key is the most important key that any starseed, any living being has. It is the connection to all that is. It is the connection that one has to other people. It is that connection one has to a world, to source, to spirit, to family. The one key is the heart. Quarantine is all about protecting you and giving you the space and the time to connect with the one key. For the moment, you can still connect with those outside of your home, and we encourage you to do that. There may come a time where that is blocked for a while. And if that needs to happen, it will. And it is fine. You'll be fine. He's right. Don't buy into fear. Now I can hear someone going, but Gideon, I thought you said this was about sight, vision. and it is. How you view something is vitally important. You look at this current situation. And when you look at this current situation, there are a multitude of different questions one needs to ask. Yes. The first question is, what does this have to do with toilet paper? I am sorry. He's laughing on the inside. So the real questions are, they have said, the experts have said, that it is just like the flu. And every winter around the world, they deal with flu. Every year, anywhere from 300 to 600,000 people cross over from what you term the flu. They do not call it a pandemic. They do not shut entire economies down. They do not shut all the borders. They don't stop people from going swimming. So you have to look at the situation for what it is. If this is nothing more than a flu, and I will state it was created by man. Many of the viruses on this planet were created in laboratories on this planet for a multitude of different reasons. Why is the reaction so severe this time for this flu? Why does everyone look so serious, as though it is something that is going to kill 100 million people? Is it that? Is that what it is? Or do you see something else? The only thing generally that people are talking about is the virus, medical equipment, hospital beds, being self-quarantined, not being in groups of more than 10, or in some cases 2. Or when you look at this, do you see that in truth something else is going on? Something else is happening. Something that they are doing outside of the view of the majority of the humanity upon this world. There are those in the spiritual community, outside of the spiritual community, in normal society, in whatever, that are taking advantage of this situation for their own benefit. And there are always those types of people. And as always, As in the fifth key, discernment is vitally important. Now, I can assure you, this will pass. And if successful, which is the greatest potential, it's going to transform this world. It's going to change things in a myriad of different ways. It will set this planet to fully move into what Al Sharon called the age of awareness. Since he mentioned it, I will say, many of you may be experiencing a great deal of quiet from the other side. Protocols have been put into place for a myriad of different reasons. One of which is the fact that, generally speaking, when you get a message from the other side, from one of your guides or one of the beings on the other side, you don't always hear complete version of what's being shared. We aren't going to provide information that can create or cause issues or problems for any of you. Many of you are also right now in a process where you are getting new guides, because the energy on this planet is undergoing a shift and a change. So I have a recommendation. You see, how you view things is very, very important. Some of you may think, wow, I'm stuck at home without toilet paper. Whatever shall I do? Instead of seeing it from that perspective, see it from the perspective of, I've been given an opportunity to go within, to connect more deeply, to release and let go of those things that I no longer need in my life. The more of you that can do this, the more assistance that will be provided to the shifting and changing sands on this planet. So vision is very, very important, how you view things. And I understand there are those of you out there that sees a cup half full, and instead of going, yes, but it's half full, you think, no, but it's half empty. Many of you may tell your grandchildren. Some of you may tell your children, I was there when everything changed on the planet. I went through it. It was extraordinary. The one thing I need to tell you for certain, there is a tremendous surge that is happening on this planet right now. It is time to start doing those things for yourself that you always said, oh, but if I only had time to do it. Most of you have time to do it now. No more. No more putting things off. Now it is time for you. It is time for you to embrace your sacredness, your divinity. It is time for you to release all those things you are carrying inside. It is time for each one of you to really focus on your heart connection within self. Now, I am more than joyful and happy to take questions. So if you have questions for Gideon, please write them in, type them in, let me know what they are. I will answer as many questions as I can. I want you to remember something. The sanctity of free will choice has remained in place, unbroken. And there are many of darkness who are now leaving because they know they can't do any more. And there are those who have been in darkness who have sold their soul, if you will, to darkness, which are being given the opportunity to make that sale null and void and reclaim what they had given away. I realize there's a great deal happening that we are not saying or speaking about. But even during these times, I am still going to be coming in every week. We will go back to our normal time and day next week. Now, let us see what questions you have for me today. I do enjoy your questions tremendously. Apparently, you're having trouble hearing. The sound is fully up. Interesting. Do not worry, it is all being recorded. It is interesting that it is part of what is happening. There is some aspects of 5G that do need to be adjusted for Deb. However, 5G is not the real problem. And Joseph, as far as debt goes, it is hoped soon, but we will have to wait and see. Like I said before, do not move into fear over anything, whether it is 5G or anything else. Alex, are malaria drugs a cure for coronavirus? They have the right medication to take care of the coronavirus. Very soon they will know that it's the right drug. They will move slowly. But there were some alterations done to the virus so that it could be taken care of fairly easily. And so that is going to be happening. I do not know why there is an issue with the sound. There should not be any issue with the sound. The sound is everything, the recording is going fine. The sound is up very high. So I'm not sure why you are having issues with the sound. Pamela Rose, you actually have nine guides. You can go to a platform and meet them if you wish within yourself. I can't give you a name for where you are from because it's not, you wouldn't know it anyway and you wouldn't know where it is. It's on the other side of this galaxy though. I am fine with names, but when there's not a name, if you're going to save the Pleiadian star system, Sirius, you know those, but I mean, a star system that's on the other side of this galaxy, even if I were to give you a name, it wouldn't matter because for you here, you wouldn't be finding it anyway. What I can tell you, Pamela, is that you will be going home after this incarnation. You must understand when you have, this is to Gretchen who just had a house clearing with this one. Is it normal to have so much? What you need to understand is when you have a place where you reside and there are different people who live there, each individual has their own guides and the energy that they put out is different. And so they can attract different things. So it is always very possible that can happen. The other situation is that for many people, they move into a place and they don't have it properly cleansed or cleaned before they move in or just after they've moved in. So they can start ending up having to deal with different things that were already there before they moved in. So it is the energy. Yes. Alex, you've gotten new guides within the last 3 weeks. There are 2 guides that are the same that have remained from your previous guides, but the rest are new. Shiler, you've been feeling like you're in two places at once, and part of the day seems to disappear. Are you just needing to do some grounding, or is there anything else happening? You do need to ground more. That would be really, really good. But there is a lot happening as well. And you are finding that you're in two places at once quite a bit. And this is happening for many different beings and many different people who are incarnated here. Gretchen, the lady you are asking about is great-great-grandmother of yours. Kim, you've already gotten new guides as well. Samantha, you don't really have many in the way of guides. There's two different guides which are new. Most of the ones that are with you are actually from where you are from. Erica, that panther lady you saw is a guide of yours. Stacy, believe it or not, and I realize you may not see it this way, you actually work with your guides a great deal as it is right now. What the most vital thing that you need to do is have more trust and faith in your heart in what you are receiving. Joseph, what is troubling my youngest son? Dreams. He's connecting in with the planet. He's also connecting in with the collective unconsciousness around this planet. And is creating different dreams. And that what he needs to do is he needs to just understand that everything is fine. And it would be very good for him to be able to express what he sees and feels. Amy, babies, are you being too aggressive when it comes to waking people up? You don't need to go around trying to wake people up. If they want a piece of information they will ask you, simply be honest. There is no need to intentionally going out with the intent of waking people up. They will do things as it is in connection with their own heart and their own path. Gretchen, how is the war above going? All I will say with regards to that is, it is going. Angie, the male guide that has come forward to you, is in fact someone from your home. Shawnee, James. As a child, you had a face that was always in the back of your mind, a cat-like face with human quality. Is this a guide or someone relevant to you, or just your imagination? Drawn it many times. It is someone from the same place you are from. Many people are getting new directions, Alex. So are you. Just follow your heart. Jessica, what should you be doing with your time? Connecting in your heart. Here. That's it. And letting go of those things that you keep thinking about that you don't need to think about anymore. Shani, there's always changes going on all the time. There are certain things being removed, so just be aware of that. Gretchen, worry not. The lady that you are referring to is your great-great-grandmother. But it will be in the recording. Patty Pratt. You had a physical visitation. You were shook by the shoulders and told to stay home and not to travel outside your community. Shown that each direction was danger, but you walk away from danger. You think it was your grandmother, or was it one of your guides? It was one of your guides. It doesn't have anything to do with the virus per se. It has to do with the shift. And the bottom line is that an opening is being done with you from those from the same place you are from. They are working with you because of the different directions that are in the process of happening for you, which will come fairly soon, but very soon in my time, but as soon as possible in yours. But there is still variants and variations that are occurring because there are still some things that are being waited upon, certain decisions and choices and things like this. Semich, many are excited. Shani, at this time, I cannot elaborate on that. I can only give what I'm allowed to with certain things like that. And Jessica, you are fine. Much love to all of you. I will close here. The energy is very intense. Please do not move into fear. Tomieta kiala protomote. Tomieta shemia toroto shema tarkiela prototoye parta.